Greetings all, guess where we are? At Wild Rock, and this is Preferred Lies. I'm Chuck Garbedian, this is Lance Allan, and we're gonna spend some time out on the golf course. Hopefully you get to join us, and maybe one day you'll be out here playing at Wild Rock with us. In the meantime, we're late. Tea time, we gotta go.
Let's go, Chuck.
This is called Preferred Lies. We're doing this through Wild Rock Golf Course. So let me ask you a few things as we're driving out, because for people who haven't been here, it's quite a drive. It's a Herdston Fry design. It's a beautiful piece of property. It's a giant piece of property. So we're going to have a moment or two to talk. But let's go back to the beginning, because everybody knows you're from Rice Lake, and you're extremely proud of the fact that you're from Rice Lake.
True.
Which is a really cool thing. Is there anyone else as famous as you from Rice Lake?
Yeah, Kenny Bednarik, who has a silver medal, and you'll probably see him in the Olympics this summer. He's from there. The Ellensons, you've probably heard of them. Henry and Wally as well.
Sure.
Field is named after Pug Lund, won a national championship with the University of Minnesota.
So you end up at TMJ, which is kind of nice. How did you get there? How did you decide that this is what you wanted to do? Because I know at one point you were a weatherman, which is really nice of you to provide the weather today, because it's really nice today.
I am responsible for that.
Yes.
Went to the University of Wisconsin thinking I'm going to be the greatest sportscaster ever. I always say God has a sense of humor, Chuck.
Yes.
First, I cold call, and yes, old school, cold call the Rhinelander NBC station, and the news director there, Chris Oatman, shout out to him. He goes, "You ever done the weather?" So I started in weather, but the magical question is, and the learning experience, if you learn anything from this, and we're gonna have a lot of laughs today, but the only thing I learned, and I tell people and I pass along, is ask good questions. I think that's what you do in this line of work or whatever. And I remember after Chris said, "Hey, you can be the weather person at 5 and 10," I said, can I do sports too? And he goes, "Hey, quite frankly, we don't have enough people. We need help."
Yep.
And I would go out and shoot games.
Right. Never turned down a job. When I was at TMJ, it was like, "Can you work Christmas?" Yes. Can you work Thanksgiving?
I worked with you.
Yes, because it was like, you take every opportunity you can because you need the reps.
If I covered city council meetings, so if you could do news. I covered high school basketball games with Jack Bennett. He was the coach at Rhinelander High School.
Yep.
You know, I would do whatever it took.
Yep.
And it shows initiative, and then eventually you get to where you want to go.
All right. So at TMJ,
yes,
it had to be interesting for you, because there were a lot of people there that were pretty well known, and TMJ is the biggest stick in the state, as they like to say.
Yes.
So it had to be pretty fascinating for you to not only be in the same building with these people, but work with these people.
I came in as the young person, whatever, and now all of a sudden I get to be the old person. I don't know how that works, but it was like signing up to play for the Packers or the Yankees, Chuck. I mean, you know it. When you walked in there, there was an expectation of excellence, and it was a little bit awe-inspiring, but my one come to Jesus moment was, I kid you not, the first day I walked into that place in 1996, I saw Jim Irwin down the hall, and the voice
did he
track.
say hi to you, or did he ignore you?
He did. No, and you hear the stories, whatever. But you know, the voice track of my childhood and my summer was either Bob Uecker or Jim Irwin. And I see Jim. I kid you not. I see him down the hall, and I'm like, Wayne's World. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. I came down the hall and I said, "Jim, it is an honor to meet you. I've always listened to you. I've patterned some of my career after you." And he stuck his hand out and he said, "Lance, there is a reason why they hired you. You're not my understudy. You're my peer. Welcome to the team." And it meant the world to me.
Yeah.
That meant the world to me.
All right, so you've been there for a long time. You've done a lot of things, and this whole thing comes up now where they go, as it's happened to all of us, is they go, "You're not going to be with us anymore." It had to be a weird sensation, and a weird set of circumstances.
Yeah, I think it's always kind of like, okay, what do I do now?
Right.
But the beautiful part of Wisconsin, Chuck, as you well know, is you build so many relationships, and I'm from here. I'm from the state, as you mentioned, Rice Lake, but 28 years I've lived in Milwaukee. I'm in the community. I really believe in the community. I do school talks. And to me, I'm a people person. You're a people person. We always have been. So that's kind of ingrained in your DNA, and I think, the future's bright. I'm excited. I really am.
Because there's opportunities for you to do other things. Because I was telling some people that we're going to do this, and they're like, "Oh, what's Lance going to do?" I'm like, Lance will be fine, because Lance is a good person. He's a hard worker.
I try to be.
He knows what he's doing, and there are opportunities out there for people. As we mentioned before, going back to that, is if you're a good person and you work hard, you will find opportunities and they will find you.
Wisconsin loves real people, and they want honesty, and they want hardworking people. And I was raised by good parents that those qualities were instilled in me. And you just try to pass that down to the next generation.
It's always easier when it's you. When it happens to you, it's always easier. So it happens to you. However, at the same token, you have a family too. You have a wife and 3 children. You have identical twins. It had to be interesting for them, because they're on the outside looking in going, what are we going to do now? When this comes up, who's the first phone call you make? Do you call your wife?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's your life partner. That's who you share everything with.
And where were you at the station?
I was.
So you called from the station and you go, honey, I got news for you.
I got news for you.
I had a similar conversation with Darla once. I got fired from a radio station on my birthday.
Did you really?
And they said, Darla, I called Darla. I said, hey, how you doing? She's like, did they have a party for you? I said, kind of a party. I said, I got a nice severance thing.
They gave you a streamer and kicked you out the door, and away you go.
What are we doing here? There's no cake. I don't understand why there's not a cake.
Yeah, life changes, and I'm excited because I think you can do a lot of really interesting things in today's media world.
Yep. If it had happened 10 years ago, it's a much more narrow lane.
Correct.
But now there are thousands of things you can do.
Look at okay, just for example, you were more radio, I was more TV,
right.
but for the sake of the argument.
Because of the looks.
Yeah,
exactly.
about that.
Yeah.
But let's just say, when I started, early 90s, you didn't have social media.
Right.
We still okay, I was not on the earth when the dinosaurs were on the earth, but close.
That was Jim Irwin.
we still had typewriters. It wasn't even a fully computerized newsroom. You had an AP wire that would spit reams of paper out.
They had those giant reams of paper that you had to reload it in the middle of the night.
Now what happens is you feel like I'm on my phone and on my social media as much as my teenage kids.
Right.
Because you have to keep up with stuff, you have to post stuff, you have to do stuff, you're Facebook Live, you're doing this, you're doing that as digital, and then people don't watch everything on a regular basis. You're like the human DVR where you have to remind people, hey, this is going to be on at a certain time, or hey, here it is on my social media, and make it palatable for all involved. Yep. That's the way it is.
All right, so we've arrived at the 10th hole here at Wild Rock. It's a Herdsden Fry design. If you look over either one of our shoulders, you're going to see a lot of golf course. It's a beautiful golf course. We're going to play some golf and see how this turns out. We'll see how that works out. I don't know if we're beyond help or not, but we're going to find out shortly right here. Enjoy the rest of the day. Next on the tee, from Rice Lake, Wisconsin, from today's TMJ4, it is Lance Allan.
All right, wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck's putting it in my head.
Yep, plenty of room out there. Oh, pretty.
Is it going to hang? Is it going to hang?
It is a good thing Dr. Herdsden put some room over there. That is nice.
I am in the fairway.
You are in the fairway. I see the shadow of a turkey buzzard right above me. I must look like a buffet to a turkey buzzard.
Look at this guy. Does he work for a living?
Nope. I just do this for a living.
No, he doesn't. No, he does not.
Yep. Aim at it and go get it.
Oh, my word. Senior PGA.
I'd like to thank everyone who helped make this moment possible. Yep. So, do you know who designed this? Herdsden Fry, which is the same people who did Erin Hills.
Yes.
And they love this piece of property.
It's amazing.
Because it's just not something you see. You get a lot of elevation changes, you get a lot of up and downs.
Amazing designers too. I mean,
yeah, really, they do really good stuff.
Yeah.
And the thing that's really cool about them is they use the land instead of trying to, okay, we're going to manipulate this and move this and do that. They just make sure that they got everything that they need. We were just talking about the golf course here at Wild Rock. In case you haven't been to Wild Rock, it's a resort course. The neat thing about this resort course is it gives you room to play. So Lance and I can hit it anywhere.
I spray it all over the place. I need a big landing zone.
Where's your ball? In the trees?
Somewhere.
Let's go look.
Yeah.
Hey, short hitter, you're up.
I outdrove you. How's that possible?
I don't think you did. Let me look. No,
oh, come on.
That's a Whistling Straits ball.
I outdrove you.
With Herb's face on it, and this says...
How many times did
that says Snazzy Chazzy.
How many
That's
times did
mine.
you hit just to get that one?
Just a couple.
A couple inches ahead.
Just a couple.
Oh, my.
Oh, there's my head cover. You left my head cover back there. What kind of Uber driver are you? You're not going to get a very good rating at all. I'm telling you that right now. Okay, do you know where you're going? Here, come here. Come here.
What?
Come here. This is your golf ball. Stand behind your golf ball and look at your line.
Yeah.
See the bunker on the left?
Yes.
Okay, you're going to be just inside of that. So you
just
want to
inside
split
of that.
these two bunkers.
Okay.
Okay?
That's the theory. Get it up on that shelf.
That's the theory. Now,
that's the theory.
Because the ball is below your feet, it's going to go that way.
Yes.
So you kind of want to aim it at the bunker so that when it gets in the air off the line, it moves that way.
You think I know what I'm doing?
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
But I'm going to make it sound like it. So let's just go with that.
Here we go.
If nothing else, put a good swing on it.
Yep. Amen.
That you can do.
Amen.
Look at that form. Look at that function. He's ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh!
Oh, it was low.
That was pretty good.
And it's up in the grass.
Yeah, we'll never find that, but that was pretty good.
On the edge.
Most people can't do that kind of stuff.
So that'll come around.
Yeah, it'll bounce right when it hits.
Nice. You're playing the topography.
I am playing topography. Ta-da. Could you pick a better day?
Could not pick a better day.
You're an amateur meteorologist.
Amateur is the key word.
But
yes.
Do you have a degree in that? No, you don't have a degree.
No,
But you took classes. What did you get for a grade as an amateur meteorologist?
Actually, I believe A and A-, so I wasn't bad.
Wow.
Yeah. I always say if
You're
I can do
Paul
it, anybody can do it.
Joseph-like.
I don't
Holy,
know about that.
What is
that would be a sacrilege.
What does Ms. Nansky do? Because he must be sweating because there's somebody down the hallway that's got better grades than he's got.
Yeah, but Ms. is younger than me. He's athletic.
That doesn't mean anything.
He's from Racine.
Doesn't mean anything.
He's got a lot of things
well, he's from
going for
Racine.
him.
There's a lot of really cool things in Racine.
When you're from the Ray.
But it's Racine and Rice Lake.
Yeah,
it's like the battle between the two. It's kind of
the
interesting.
battle of the R's.
Well,
how about that?
Yeah, Racine.
No, but this is why we live in Wisconsin. Days like this.
This is why we live in Wisconsin? Okay.
Look at how beautiful it is.
It is
and we're in
beautiful.
God's country. I mean,
Yes,
we've
we
seen
are.
nature, we've seen wildlife.
Yep, we have.
When
We've
we
seen
were digging
everything.
around for your ball, or half the
My
time,
ball.
you know,
We haven't
going
even
in there,
found your ball.
whatever.
What are you talking about? My ball.
Come on.
There are 4 out
I
here.
mean,
How do we do
may kick
that?
out a family of
Deer,
know,
doves,
wolves
eagles.
or whatever
Yeah.
when we're looking for your ball.
Here,
but,
let's
you
do
know,
this. Let's go
that's-
hit. Oh wait, beverage cart. Let's go to the beverage cart. Any suggestions? Any,
Close.
okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna hit it in, but
Swing
okay.
well?
I'd rather hit it in.
Birdie putts are easier than 10.
Hitting it in is better. What did we say? We said 20 back, 10 from the left. Do you know what that means, Lance Allan?
You're going to jar it.
Pretty much.
That's going to be good.
That should be okay.
That should be okay.
Should be in the hole. I guarantee you that when we get there, that'll be in the hole because we have a faster cart than anybody else. I'm telling you. Oh, he's gone to a different club, ladies and gentlemen.
I learned from the school of Garbedian.
Yes. We have gone to the P790. We've gone to modern technology.
Modern
All right,
technology,
stand
not
a
this
little
old
taller
stuff.
on your knees. Stand a little taller on your knees.
A little taller.
Yeah, there you go. And
right.
then maintain your balance and go get it.
Okay.
There you go.
Little
Hold
bit to
it
the
a little
left,
bit, but not bad.
yeah, a little bit to the left.
That's
Oh,
hole high.
There you go.
What are we doing? $100 for every ball in the green? I think. Is that what we said? I think that's what we said. Didn't we say that?
Hey,
I think we said that at some point. This part of What's in Your Bag brought to you by the Salvation Army, where some of these clubs will be going once we're done with this round.
Wow.
So here's the thing that's kind of funny.
a lot of
'cause-
dirty clubs.
Yes, that's a problem because usually how do balls get airborne? They go off the grooves and they spin. If the grooves are dirty,
Well, you've
they
seen
can't
my
go.
divots.
In the fairway, we saw that you had a gap wedge from Nike,
Yes.
which doesn't make clubs anymore. This is an old VRS convert,
That-
or covert. That's
Well,
right.
is that worth something then? If they don't make clubs anymore?
I would contact Phil Knight and see what he says. If he hangs up and laughs, I wouldn't worry about it. Okay,
Okay.
so you've got a gap wedge.
Yes.
You've got P790 TaylorMades.
Yes.
Okay, did you get fit for these?
I did not.
So these are Tour Light stiff shafts in KBS. Do we always do stiff shafts in clubs first? We do not. We do regular shafts in
I'm
clubs
learning.
first because that way they're more user friendly.
I'm learning.
So we got entire. So what do you have? 3 through pitch?
Yes.
No, you
No,
don't.
4 through pitch.
4 through pitch.
4 through
and you
pitch.
have a
4 through
now.
pitch.
Interestingly, you have a 4 iron. That's
Yes.
a P790. And you
Yes.
also have a covert hybrid,
That's
which
an
is
old
a
school thing,
Which
too.
is they're both 4s.
Yes.
So they're the same club.
Same club.
Same club. And
Probably
then you've
could
got,
ditch that one.
this is my favorite part of your set.
Yes.
This is a brilliant piece of equipment right here.
Yeah.
You have a RBZ 3 high launch, which
Mm-hmm.
means it's the hardest club to fit in a bag is a fairway wood because a fairway wood is the longest club in your bag, but it still has ground contact.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it has a lot of less loft. So the idea behind that you have a 17-degree one that's genius.
Nice.
Good job with that one.
Thank you.
Then you've got a Titleist driver, which is the 913 D2,
It's
12 degrees.
tuned up to 11 because I tend to take the loft out of the club. And
Right,
out
with
of
your
the-
forward press.
Correct.
Forward press, and
Correct.
it's hooded
so
and then
it
down.
makes some sense. Yes.
It does. And then where did you get the white ice from? This is a 2-ball white ice?
Yes.
You just like
okay,
it?
It is always
The grip
in
is
my
from
opinion, a lot of the putter.
1964?
About that.
5?
A lot of time, yeah, Billy Baru. But a lot of people, they think it's the putter. No, it's usually
It's
the
the-
dummy that's
It's the putty.
holding the putter. Yes, and so that thing, when it heats up, it works for me, Chuck.
Yeah, this is nice. This is
like
this
that?
is quality right here. I like
Old
this.
school.
This, well, the putter head is the putter's new school technology, but the head of the
But look
putter
at
is
that grip. I think
there's nothing left in this grip. There's an animal that gave its life for this grip, and now it's gone. But that's good.
it's got character.
It's got patina. It's got rust.
what it
I've never
is?
seen a grip with rust before. Congratulations, that's
Yeah,
great.
Sometimes that happens.
So that's what's in the bag for Lance Allan. When you're playing with him, make sure you know this. You get strokes from Lance because of the equipment setup that he has right here. Did you see the 2 ball marks? They're right on top, right in the same line. Also, when you're at Wild Rock, fix your divots. Fix your ball marks. Repair all your divots and fix your ball marks. Oh my goodness gracious. It was so close to never being in the hole there. Tired of that pin. Pin's in the way.
That one's gonna fade. Yeah, once it fades, it goes really right. Okay.
Like when the first ones that would rock.
That's a total pace putt. Like if you hit it, it's gonna stay up more. But I went soft because I saw those guys. I think I mentioned this to you before, Chuck. There's nothing better to me than my daughter, who's 21 and in college, wanting to spend time with her dad, or my identical twin boys who go, hey, Dad, take us golfing. And it's like, okay, is it an added expense? Yes, but you don't think that time is invaluable? That, 18 years old and they want to spend time with Dad? That's cool,
That's the coolest thing on the planet.
Yeah, and that's why these moments, to me, are just unbelievable, you know?
Yeah,
and you're older than me, so you're like my dad, so that's why I'm thinking of it that way. There you go. See?
Yeah, I may go at any moment. Okay, so. Now, the nice thing about Wild Rock is the golf course is exceptional. The practice facility, the host, the amenities, but then you have the food.
Do you have smell-o-vision, Chuck? Because people, you got to smell, the nachos are awesome.
The nachos are awesome. I'm telling you something. The nachos are incredible. And then we have flatbread pizza too, which is also really good.
One of my favorites.
You can do, I mean, is there anything that's not a favorite at this point? They're all delicious.
It is all
they're
great.
all really good.
Incredible.
So we'll wrap things up by just saying, I just want to say thank you for coming on.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
First guest.
It's always a pleasure. Your first
You're
guest.
a good friend. A lot of pressure though, first guest.
Oh, but you nailed it. I think you nailed it. We took a divot. We hit drivers off the deck. We got a lot of things in. No, we told stories that we're not
The
supposed to tell.
viewers will be the judge of if we nail it.
Well, we'll decide. We'll see how that goes forward. And you set the bar for Bonnie Blair, so that'll be really good. So when next time you see her,
it's a low bar. I know she can jump right over it. Five-time gold medalist.
She's athletic, but it's on ice. So let's just see how that works out.
Great.
Speaking of on ice, let's enjoy the rest of this. Thanks for watching. We'll do it again next time.
Preferred Lies is sponsored in part by the Wilderness Resort. Book your next stay today at wildernessresort.com.
For 28 years, I never take it for granted that people have invited me into their living rooms. And let's face facts, there are some people, TV-wise, that they can't go anywhere else. And I have older people or certain people that say, I literally say hi to you when you're on, and you become part of their family. And you don't, and if you treat people right with honesty, respect, build relationships, it means something to people in this state.